안녕하세요, 워치매거진입니다. 저는 오늘 어떤 분을 인터뷰하고 왔습니다. 누구냐면요, 언단이라는 마이크로 브랜드라고 부르기에는 굉장히 큰 커스텀 시계 회사의 사장님을 제가 인터뷰하고 왔습니다. 이 브랜드가 인지도가 전혀 없다고 생각하시는 분 계실 텐데요. 사실 한국에서도 지금 보시는 스누피 한정판은 이미 유명합니다. 사고 싶어도 못 사죠. 이베이에서 프리미엄 붙어서 팔리고 있고요. 또 지금 보시는 배트맨도 상당히 성공적입니다. 각종 시계 커뮤니티에서도 스스로 언급되는 매니아층이 상당히 두터운 그런 브랜드입니다. 마케팅도 잘하고요. 원래 인터뷰에서 올릴 생각은 없었는데요. 그냥 사장님이 한국에 잠깐 오셨는데 저의 언단 얼반 리뷰 저번 달에 했었죠. 그 조회수가 또 6만이 넘었었죠. 그래서 감사의 표시로 또 선물 하나 준다고 하셔서 원래 그냥 밥이나 한 끼 먹는 거였는데 만나보니까 또 인상도 좋으시고요. 똑똑하시고 또 시계도 많이 가지고 오셔서 설명도 해주시는데 영상으로 안 남기면 제가 또 유튜버에 자격이 없다는 그런 생각이 들었습니다. 그래서 한번 인터뷰 해봤습니다. 출발합니다. 여러분 안녕하세요. 이분이 마이클 영이시고요. 그리고 언단의 CEO십니다. 아주 성공한 비즈니스맨이고요. 인터뷰 한번 성심성의껏 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다.
Hi, I'm Michael Young. I'm the CEO of Undone. So I've started this company about 5 years ago. I want to actually introduce a watch that will allow people who is new to the watch collecting side. I've been working on my old Rolex to change styles, change hands, make it in different colors and things. So I thought, why don't we introduce the possibility of allowing customers to actually make changes on the watch colors, straps, and also add the names, photos, and printing on the dial. How cool that will be. So that's how Undone was started.
What do you think of my face? Is good or
Well, very Korean to me.
very Korean?
Yeah.
What do you mean by very Korean?
You look very stylish.
Oh, stylish. Then we can keep
Yeah.
doing interview. Are you rich?
I'm not rich, but I come from a good family. My father's a medical doctor.
Oh.
So then he's been able to give me a good life, and I've been studying in Australia in college. So I think he prepared me to make me to get rich later. Honestly, I've been working in the watch industry for a long time, supplying parts and packaging for the big brands like Omega, Frank Muller, and such. I was talking to my friend and now partner, is that I was doing a customized Rolex myself, and I was showing my partner that I've done this, how cool it is, and my friend said, "Wow, it's good, but how much you're making out of each watch?" I said, "It's very little." And the idea came out was, people are charging customized Rolexes for like double or triple the price of the original price, and they were selling really well. The idea came was, since I know all the manufacturing side of watches, if I was to put everything into a watch, how cool that could be. So that was the aha moment. In a traditional sense, if you make customized watches at the shop, it will take so much time. People simply cannot sell it at those low prices. I mean, you can do customized watches one-on-one, but like the customized Rolexes, they have to charge you a very high price. But what if you start a business totally molded to this customization process? Then it's totally different. Now we're using the internet as the interface with customers, meaning that customers don't talk to me directly. They are talking to my system to make the selection. So this will allow like 10,000 people to come on at the same time to do the customization, and this is where the scalability is. The second part is, because our business is totally new, we do not keep any stock of a fixed design, meaning that most companies will build all their stock inventory 6 months ahead of time. So basically what we have, it's a bunch of parts. So we build it after we receive the orders from the customers. and the customization process, like the printing of their photos, adding initials onto the dial, will be added once the order is in. We have an in-house dial printer that will add these in. And we have a team in Hong Kong that has all watchmakers that will build a watch for you once we receive the orders. For me, it's about fun. I think it's about bringing back the old stories for collectors. You know, like these are all old cartoon characters, but it may have something in your childhood life. Yeah, basically, I'm very open about things, so there's not much secrets. So I think a lot of the international brands, they have a very structured way to do licensing. You know, guys like Snoopy, Peanuts, and all those, they vary. You know, roughly from about 10% to about 20. That's about the range. And for artists, graphic artists, and different artists, they will ask for more. They will sometimes go up to 30-40%. So that costs a lot. So a lot of times we're not about making money. Really, it's about making cool products. So plus that, you know, some companies, they ask for minimum guarantee. So before you actually license, you have to give them upfront a bunch of money to guarantee that they will make so much. So it's not easy to do character licensing. The Ultraman and the Snoopy, these are the characters I really love. I said, even if I don't make money, I have to make one. So that's how we started. And fortunately, they were selling quite well, and it paid for itself. A lot of companies are overdoing things. You know, when they see something successful, they keep on doing it. But as a collector, if I said I'm going to launch 300 pieces, then I'd launch a B series, a C series with a slightly different color, then as a collector, I don't feel good.
Like Omega, right?
Yes. As a collector, you want your piece to be unique. So I design watches. And for me, doing a nice design, it's not that difficult. All these watches I have on my hand, which are collaborations, I don't want to disappoint them. And I don't want to disappoint myself because I'm a collector myself. I think that's a good question. You know, sapphire glass, it's sometimes a very tricky thing because it adds quite a bit on the manufacturing cost. So in some models, we don't have a sapphire glass. Like our more high-end model, like the Aqua, which is a diver's watch, does come with a sapphire glass. This is a very thick sapphire glass, and for a diving watch, this will make it very good because it will be scratch resistant. But for our lower end models, we tend to actually, because of the price range, keep it with a K1 glass. But I think we're studying, a lot of people are asking about sapphire crystals, but we will give an option later. But maybe it may not be a very good popular option because of the pricing. Well, we will look into it, but it's not a top priority right at the. Okay, I will use, you know, Swiss movement, sapphire glass. Everyone knows this, but are they willing to pay over $1,000 US for the product? That's another question. So basically, Undone, although has many different models, it's based on a few case shapes, but this is the basic diving watch that we have originally. This was the first Undone. But later this year, we'll have this improved bezel, different crown, a different band, and a different buckle. This will be our improved diver, which will be launched later this year. It's not launched yet. But this was a little bit big and heavy, and there was a bit of a market which wanted something thinner, lighter. So we introduced what we call the urban range. The urban range is basically based on the mecha quartz. Mecha quartz is half mechanical, half quartz. So when you stop it and when you reset, it jumps back to zero. and not like a quartz chronograph, it slowly moves back. So this is on the top is a mechanical part. It's the closest to a mechanical movement that we can find. And this one is made by Seiko, this movement, the VK series. Okay, so this was my second case design, and this is the Urban series. And last year we introduced it. I mean, a lot of people were complaining that our original divers was a little bit big. So we wanted to make a three-hand mechanical watch in a very nice package. And a lot of companies, when they want to do a sports watch, they will reference the Rolex Submariner, which I like very much. But I don't want to copy it. You know, I wanted something different. I wanted to create a lot of vintage elements into it, like the old Bakelite bezels, the old California dials, the non-crowned cases. So this is what I put into it. But this is a very traditional case shape of chronograph in the 60s and 70s, the cushion case. So this was actually designed for a long time. And I want to make a little twist onto it. I want to use a different material. I want to make it lighter. So I use titanium. This is actually medical grade titanium. It's very light and it's very durable. Nighttime, we use the luminous. Probably you can see a little bit. That's actually the radar screen, like in the Batmobile. So I want to integrate a different story when it's at night. So we use a lot of the lume on watches to tell a slightly different story. And this is actually selling very well since we launched in December. This is a new case shape that we do. There's no crown on the sides. The crown is here because this is a sweeping quartz movement. And with a quartz movement, really, you don't need to adjust the time. So why do you need a crown on two sides? That's how I was thinking, right? People talk about left-hand watch, right-hand watch. This is a watch for everybody. Yes, and this is a special edition we just launched for the Year of the Rat. It's actually based on a urban case, which you might be familiar with, the Kili. But this style is very different. We actually partnered with 6 graphic designers this year to launch a special collection of all limited editions of 100 pieces. This is a designer from Japan called Naritaki, and he's very famous for this style of graphics. Actually, I have a little gift for you this year.
Oh.
And this Korean designer is actually called Ordinary People.
오. 오, 여러분. Ordinary People입니다. It really fits well. 오, good. Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
한국 디자이너시랍니다. 자, 오늘 인터뷰 어떠셨습니까? 갑자기 인터뷰가 종료돼서도 당황하셨을 텐데요. 저 장소가 점심때 뷔페로 전 테이블에 예약돼 있다고 해가지고 더 이상 촬영은 할 수가 없었습니다. 장소를 옮겼는데요. 제가 배가 또 고파가지고 찜닭 먹으러 왔거든요. 제가 대기업 상대하는 유튜버라서 41,000원 쐈습니다. 뭐 찜닭집에서 인터뷰하는 건 좀 그래서 여기까지 했고요. 지금 보시는 광고 화면, 이분이 인터뷰하신 분 마이클 영이십니다. 좀 느낌이 다르죠? 제가 이분께 감히 찜닭 먹으면서 또 조언도 하나 해드렸습니다. 시계는 1억대 초반이 가장 적당하다고 말이죠. 표정이 조금 놀라시는 표정이셨습니다. 뭐 제 다른 영상 안 보셨을 테니까 저 되게 부자인 줄 아실 것 같네요. 이상으로 워치 매거진이었습니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 여러분의 구독과 좋아요가 창작에 큰 힘이 됩니다.